Join in. Hey, Believe Nation, we're having some fun today. We're going to do a live. I'm playing my League of Legends game. I'm bringing in, we're doing an experiment. I need to get to gold on League of Legends, so I'm getting my games in. And I figured, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to put ask your questions below. Ask your questions, hold on. Ask your questions for us. Okay. And then, hold on, let me pin that, pin comment. We're going to bring in Mark Drager. Here we go. We're bringing in Drager. Hopefully we can hear all this stuff. We're waiting on Mark Drager.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going. This is it. It's happening.
Was I supposed to join for game 2 or game 3?
Both, dude. You get to do both. You get extra practice.
Wow. Well, we only have 1 hour, right, until IG shuts us off.
It's going to be 2 separate IGs. Every game with its own IG live. Because the game is just over half an hour typically, right? It's going to be like 40 minutes, so I can't do 2 in 1. So Mark's hitting bonus time. So I'm playing League of Legends, guys. I'm in queue right now. I'm trying to get the gold. I'm in bronze 2 right now. If I win this game, I'm getting the bronze 1. And I thought, hey, why don't we also do some Q&A? So I asked my friend, Mark Drager.
Hello.
My dear friend who's in the book. He's got his picture in here. So he's gonna be watching the chat. Hold on.
You have my picture in there? Is it a good picture? Am I skinny or am I big?
It's the one that we did together. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great picture. It's also the same photo that we used for season 2 of the Something to Prove podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready into my game. If you want to watch my game, you can go to twitch.tv/BelieveTeam and watch. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, ask your questions below. Mark's gonna pick the ones that he likes the best. And then we're going to answer them.
Yes. So now Evan's going to be a little distracted because he's going to be clicky.
Yeah.
And saying all kinds of random things that.
No, I won't. I won't say random. I might get upset and say something random. Oh, yeah. Can I tell you before we get into it? So Suki was on. You know Suki?
Yes.
Suki was on. Oh, hold on. I got a band. Suki was on my live earlier today. I was supposed to go live with somebody else. They are having issues. It didn't work. So Suki joined in. It was the first time she joined live. And she said she wanted to do a podcast. So I said, great, this is episode number 1. Introduce yourself, and we're doing podcast number 1 right now. And she went on this, not rant, like story of how she loves me, and she loves Nina, and she loves Mark Drager.
Hey!
And I'm like, wait a minute. I understand me, great, of course. I understand the Nina, but like, what did Mark do?
What are you talking about? I talk to her like 4 times a week.
Okay, I don't know this.
I'm helping her with her podcast art design right now.
Wow. See, I don't know this. But then she said you should. So the episode's going to be on my IG Live story channel, probably tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But she was saying, I love the podcast because Mark asks the questions that everybody has on their mind.
That's
it was really
nice.
Good. And there's a lot of Mark love, and then I had to shut off the tap because it was getting too much. But you should go and watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. If anyone's questioning who I am, my name's Mark Drager, and Evan and I, we do a podcast together. And the goal of this 30 minutes is to answer your questions, as Evan said. You can drop them down below. At the same time, as he's also mentioned, he's eating and playing video games and answering your questions. Evan, and drinking water. Evan can do all of those things at once.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, so we've got a few good comments. People are saying, wow, that was loud. People are saying, what's good? Everything is good, right? That's what Evan would say.
Are you answering for me?
Evan, who are your main top 3?
Okay, you have to answer first, though.
I have to answer first?
That's the format. Okay. So here's the format. You ask questions. Mark picks the question he likes the most. Mark answers the question. It gets thrown to Evan. Evan answers the question. Next question.
Perfect. Are you still queuing up?
Yeah, we're almost in.
Okay. Top 3. If we're talking about entrepreneurs, or even just people that I look up to, number 1, Gordon Ramsay. I don't like his American persona, but if you actually watch his old British stuff, I love the way that he's able to go into a business or a restaurant. He picks out people who don't believe in themselves enough, pushes them a little bit, and then lifts them up. Kind of like what Evan did, actually, what you do to me. And then simplifies everything, makes it super simple and cares really about the details on like a small, simple level. Love that. Richard Branson, because that dude is like, why do you keep shaking your heads no every time I say a name?
I'm waiting for the call out. Okay, keep going.
You're waiting for the call out, Richard Branson, because I love his story. I love the fact that he had dyslexia, that he tried to do this like little record business that actually broke the law, imported some stuff illegally, got arrested, kept going, failed and kept going, failed and kept going, failed and kept going. And then, of course, should I say, my good friend Evan Carmichael? I should.
What I'm talking about.
He is at the same level, if not higher, than my.
Bringing up the caboose.
But last but not least, Evan is like seriously next level.
There we go. Mm-hmm. Top 3 entrepreneur. Well, it's just, I got to put my parents at the top. They're not entrepreneurs, but I got to put them at the top. AP Giannini, and then everybody else.
AP Giannini, but do you want to explain to people who don't know who he is, or no?
This guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
I got to say a quick story for anyone who's listening. Maybe you can't visualize this, but there's a giant picture of AP Giannini, who was the president, founder of Bank of America. Giant picture, like 5 times bigger than Evan's head. And he's right now holding his head up against the image. Whenever Evan sends me an Instagram or Facebook photo with filters on, AP Giannini ends up getting like little heart sunglasses and little cat ears and things like that. It's hilarious.
That's true. True story.
Okay, so your parents, AP Giannini, and then everyone else. Wow.
Everyone else that I profiled. Yeah, I don't have a number 3. Everybody else. What? It's not Mark Drager. Come on, everybody.
Wow, come on. Okay. I hope you like. I hope you like those top 3. People think that you're looking good, Evan. That's good.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for the love. Appreciate it.
We have hello from Russia, or we have someone who happens to be Russian because they say I Russian. So fantastic. Okay, from.
It's late. What time is it in Russia? It's like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah. Okay. This is from B Wills for real. How do you know when you're doing too much? I feel like I'm spinning a top in mud sometimes trying to get to the goals. How do you know when you're doing too much? So for myself, I always feel like I'm taking on too much, like I'm not making progress and I'm not getting things done. And that's because I have learned, thanks to Evan and other people over the last year or two, that I focus too much on the idea of getting things done when I'm actually a starter. I am a really, really good starter. I'm not a fantastic finisher. So I start lots of projects. I get super excited about what they could be. And then I get distracted and I start the next project and I never get around to finishing the project. And then I beat myself up for not finishing it. And then I think, here's what I should do. I should stop starting things and I should focus on finishing things. But I'm not good at finishing things. And so I try to surround myself with people who are actually really good at finishing things and maybe not the best starters. So that way I can do what I do best, which is to start things. And then I can hand them off to people who do what they do best, which is actually make them real and make them happen. And that kind of partnership, that kind of focusing on it has really helped me.
You're not doing too much. You're doing the wrong stuff. You're doing too much of the wrong stuff.
It's so weird you answering fire answers, but looking somewhere else. I'm not used to that yet.
Oh, you're okay, Mark. You're doing too much of the wrong stuff. You're not doing too much, period. You're doing too much of the wrong stuff, period. So you need to audit your calendar, look at all the junk that you're doing that leads to no results, that you don't enjoy, that you don't want to get good at, and stop doing those things immediately, and then feel the nice sigh of relief. As all that crap that you hate doing that's not leading you anywhere is taken off your shoulders. I feel loose already. Yeah.
You know what? That's an awesome answer, because the truth is that when you're in the zone and you're focused and you're excited and you're doing things that you're good at, you can work. It seems like you have endless energy and you can work tons and tons of hours from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed.
Yeah.
And then you get those 2 or 3 things that you don't really want to do, and suddenly like
death.
You're just like, like, oh.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm doing too much. You're not doing too much. You love doing stuff. You love working. You just work on the wrong stuff.
Dude, you got a twitch in your right eye. Did you know that?
Really? I'm tired. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Did you? That's new
Yeah.
time. We had time zone changes, so that's 3 o'clock old time. Wow, you've been up a while.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom. Random. I drank too much last night, I guess. I'm on OMAD, and then I ended up drinking a whole bunch, and then I woke up at 4 to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, I guess I should go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get back to sleep, so I'm like, all right, I'll just work. But now it's getting late.
Can I tell you, when I started going on 1 meal a day, I started sleeping so amazing, and it lasted about half a week. And then I wake up, I fall asleep like crazy easily, and then I wake up at 2:30. And then from 2:30 to 4:30, I'm just tossing and turning. And yeah, I don't know if it's 1 meal a day or what it is, but.
Well, for me, it was I drank too much. I had too much water too late. I never wake up to go to the bathroom. Super random.
Oh, you're almost 40. You know what's happening? You're getting old.
Great.
There we go. Anyway,
are we starting the countdown? Are we doing something for my 40th birthday?
I am going to be in St. Lucia for your 40th birthday on the side of a volcano with my wife. So nice. I will send you a shout out.
All right. I'm down for that.
Amazing. Let's see. Next question. Who do we've got here? We have a lot of joins and hello from Japan.
Japan in the house. I like it. Welcome.
That is amazing. Okay, next question from, now Evan's going to make fun of me because I do slaughter names, but I'm going to say it's Simon Benzity. Benzity. Simon Benzity.
Okay.
Let's say that. Simon, what steps do you suggest to do for launching a speaking brand?
Well, that's a great topic, Mark Jager.
Evan and I just spent time talking about this yesterday. So should I steal Evan's answer, or should I, because I don't have my own answer, but I do know Evan's really well because I've heard him yell it at me many times before.
Wow. I don't even remember talking about this. We talked about this yesterday. It was Sunday.
Sunday. We did the podcast yesterday.
Oh, we did do that. Okay,
we talked about speaking.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's go.
Do you want to give your answer, Evan, or should I give your answer?
I have no idea what my answer is. So we're waiting on you, Mark.
Perfect. If you want to be a speaker, then you need to be doing speaking every single day. You need to practice the skill. You need to train yourself for it, which means you need to be open to every opportunity that you have to speak. If you can do that on stages, that's great. If you can speak in front of small groups, that's fantastic. But it's something you can do on IG, you can do on YouTube, you can do anywhere, and film yourself so you can watch yourself back and practice. The next thing that you should be doing is showing people and creating content of you speaking on stages, because then if people see you speaking on stage, they will hire you to speak on stage. And then it becomes cyclical. That's the Evan Carmichael answer.
Wait, what was the question though?
What steps do you suggest for launching a speaking brand?
Okay.
So becoming a speaker, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I guess just the word brand is making me think more about what's your message? What do you stand for? So, you can only speak about things that, we can only speak, I had a big move there. You can only speak about things that you've had experience of doing, right?
You promised me you wouldn't get distracted, and you're like,
When did I promise you that? I didn't promise you that. I did not promise that. That's a lie.
You promised me in writing. It was Evan.
There was no promise that I wouldn't get distracted. Like a brand is a feeling. So what's the feeling you want people to feel when they hear you speak? So everything Mark said, I agree with, because I said it. But on top of that, a brand is a feeling. So I want people to feel believe out of everything that I do, right? Out of this IG Live, I want people to feel believe. So what do you want people to feel when you step onto the stage as a starting point for your brand, so that when somebody's going to hire you or someone's going to talk about you on social media, like, yeah, Mark made me feel blank. Mark's the blank guy. Most people can't define it very well, and so you don't get the opportunities that you should be getting.
Yeah.
So that's the branding part, and then the tactical is what Mark said, like how to actually go off and start taking practical steps. Yes, everything Mark said.
For me, it's interesting because you and I were talking a bit about branding and the difference between my agency brand and my personal brand. And we've talked about this a bit on the podcast, but for me, when I'm selling someone on something, when I'm trying to help them out, when I'm communicating in this thing, I actually think it just boils down to me wanting people to feel like they're not alone.
Wow.
Like we've talked a bit about that on the podcast. Like,
Did we?
hey,
That you're not alone? You're Alex then. You belong.
No, because it still comes out through something to prove. But even on the Fanta side, like our brand promise is don't worry, we've got this. Because what we want to do is we want to help people understand that it's like, it's so lonely being an entrepreneur. It's so difficult being a leader. It's like we come alongside you, even with my content, something to prove and thinking big and being bold and saying yes and stuff. Everybody feels so lonely. They feel like they're the only one going through it. They're the only one doing it. At the end of the day, the answers are out there, but more than anything, it's just like, you're not the only one experiencing this. You're not the only one doing it. You're not alone. That's like, I don't have that written anywhere, but that's the feeling that I'm always trying to combat.
So interesting, because that like resonates zero with me.
Of course it does, because you're superhuman.
No, but I love Fanta, right? The don't worry, we've got you. Is that even on your website somewhere?
It's the brand promise. Don't worry, we've got this. That's what we don't have that written anywhere, because everything we do and everything we say and everything in terms of you meeting with us and talking with us, I want to be able to give the confidence, like, don't worry, we've got this.
Okay, but why is it not on your website? Doesn't make sense.
Because I want that communicated through brand. You said what you stand for, what you feel, what, like, all of that stuff. We've got extraordinary. We've got all these other things. Anyway,
no, that makes no sense. It's got to be on your website. But anyway,
I'm busy working on nasty tailored acceleration here. So
that's good too. Yeah, you got lots of. You can look at all these pieces of your brand. It's great.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got you.
Don't worry, we've got this.
Don't worry, we've got this. Whatever. It's like the same thing to me. But
sure.
I love that. But it speaks more to like experience, and we're gonna help you. Not that you're not alone. Like you're not alone makes no sense to me. I get it. That's
layers. It's layers.
What?
It's
What?
layers. It's layers. Layers. Evan, layers.
Yeah, but as the main thing, I don't know. I'm not a fan. How many people feel like I don't know people are gonna hire you because they don't want to feel alone?
No, that's not the Fanta thing. That's my personal side. There's something to prove side.
Wait, the something to prove is that you're not alone?
Those who have some, I don't want to spend time deconstructing this right now. It makes sense in my head. That's fine.
Right.
Great. A brand is a feeling. I want people to feel like they're not alone. Let's leave it there. I am Terrell Jones says, my guy Evan. It's been a while since I interviewed you. No
All
question.
right, Terrell.
But there we go. We got another.
That's the question? That wasn't a question. Oh, it's just a comment?
It was just a comment.
I see. Okay.
We got a little believe action. People are saying believe. We got some waves. We got some laugh out louds.
I like that. All right.
I don't know what they think is so funny, but okay. We got Joseph Stevens. Do you know Joseph Stevens? He says, Mark, we need your marriage advice. Oh,
wow. This is it. All right.
You should be asking my wife for the advice because she's the one who has to live with me. But marriage advice. Okay. So
wait, there's no context? That's it?
What do you mean? I'm about to give marriage advice.
Okay, but that's it? There's no more context to
not that what I see. It's just, Mark, we need your marriage advice.
All right.
So
cool.
I'll go first. Evan, you can give some advice. You've been married a long time as well. So I've been with my wife for 20 years. We met, she was 16, I was 17. We've been together 20 years this May, married for 15, have 4 kids. And let me tell you, I've made some stupid mistakes and learned some lessons. I think something that I learned early on, which I found really helpful, is just the first thing is, I mean, in a maybe more, I was going to say more traditional marriage, but in any relationship, understanding that you show love and receive love in different ways, I think is really important, just because things make sense to you. Here's what I heard, which I think is true. Opposites attract, right? Everything about the person is different from you when you meet them and you find that so attractive, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to make them more like you. That's what happens. You get attracted to someone who's different than you, and then you spend all your life trying to change them to be more like you, because everything that's different about them frustrates you later in life. I think knowing that they're different and you're different and it's okay. And for me, that I care about respect, and my wife cares a lot about love, and that I show love a certain way and she shows love a certain way. And then more than anything, having common goals, having like both wanting to build the same type of life, and then giving her space to build the life she wants to build, and her giving me a lot of freedom to take risk and do what I want to build, and just getting excited about the same things. I think that's so important to have that, to have common experience, to have common goals, and both feel like what you're working towards is building the type of life that you want to live. And maybe you'll get there, maybe you won't, maybe it'll be hard, maybe it won't. But I don't know if that's good advice or not. What do you think, Evan?
The lead up was, I got lots to say. I've been through a lot.
Yeah, but because so here's the challenging thing with advice when it comes specifically to marriage. I have a sample size of 1. I know that I'm really good at being married to my wife, but it doesn't mean that I'm good at telling other people how to be married to whomever they're married to. So I've learned some lessons because of what Jack and I have been through and worked through and who we are. But I mean, it's not like I've been married to a lot of people. It's not like I've dated a lot of people. So I could be like, we could make it to like year 50 and we could think we're the greatest people at marriage in the world, but it could be, we got really lucky with one another. I don't know.
Oh, I died. Very sad, but I got a kill back. Somebody in the Twitch chat said, anyone know who Evan's talking to? Kind of sounds like Austin.
I don't know who Austin is.
I don't know either, but I'm very excited to know who Austin is.
My nephew's name is Austin. I don't think that's who you're talking about. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm very excited to know who Austin is.
Evan,
anyway, Mark Jager.
Marriage advice?
Drew Games 33 is Mark Jager. He is a legend. He is his own favorite entrepreneur. Actually, we should have put ourselves, right? Number 1 is myself. I can't believe we didn't get that. That's a gimme. That's a layup. Jesus. I think what determines a successful relationship is your ability to grow together. Any relationship, not just a marriage, any relationship. Your ability to grow together. Part of what makes my relationship with Mark Drager so great is our relationship and our ability to grow together. That's it. And so it's supporting each other on their path. Everybody's got to be growing. If you're not growing, you're not happy, and you take it out on the other person. And how much are you willing to understand, learn, help, support the other person's dreams, and grow together?
Good answer. Guys, Evan's good at this. Has anyone ever noticed how good you are at this? I say that every time, but it always reminds me.
I want to know who Austin is, though. Who is Austin? This is amazing.
We have someone said they're glad to see that you're feeling better, Evan.
Oh, thank you.
You were so sick.
It was rough. Yeah, it was rough. I haven't been sick in a while, and it knocked me out. Huh?
Arch3 Tech wants to know what you're eating. I think you're eating seaweed, are you not?
Yeah. Yeah, seaweed. I'm not eating right now because I'm in a very tight matchup here. This is high stakes right now. If I win this game, I get to get promoted to bronze 1, friends. So, but yeah.
I don't know what any of this means, but these are 3 words I know independent of one another, but not in this sentence. This is for you, Evan. Okay. This is from Michael Cesarneco. Top 3 league mains.
Timo, Heimer, and then I got over 1 million points on Timo. I got 500,000 points almost on Heimer, and then you're looking at like probably Karthus, 75,000 points. Yeah. That's a big deal. That's a lot of points. 1 million points is pretty giant.
You've been talking about this game for so many years that I was like, and then you stopped you talked about it. You used to play with, Louis and Chris and a few people, and then you stopped talking about it, and I thought you were over it. And then, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, you started talking about it on IG, and I was like, oh, it's still there. It's still happening.
Listen, I've been playing since, this is season 10. I've been playing since season 5. So I've been playing for 6 years. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 6 years. This is my 6th year.
That's commitment.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I'm not very good at it.
Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Okay.
Well, what kind of question is that? I'm not going to do stuff for 6 years that I don't enjoy. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know if you find the game, like the match is still fun, or if you're chasing the outcome, if you're chasing that gold or whatever.
Come on, Mark. Come on.
No.
That's A retake. Retake.
That's a low question.
Redo.
Halfway through, you enjoy.
Come on, Austin. What are you doing?
That's fine. That was Austin asking that question.
That's Austin. Austin doesn't know what he's talking about.
That wasn't me. That
That is
okay.
Austin.
Victor Deppenha says, "What's the best thing you?" See, it's hard to read these questions on my face, but what's the best thing you do to get focused in motivation mode to start the day and get things done?
Nice. Wild horses, Mark. Come on, you sing it.
Yeah. So for me, I got to go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Makes me feel, I don't know, it just makes me feel really good knowing that I'm waking up and I'm being disciplined, because I spent a lot of years telling myself that I'm not a disciplined person. Then when I get up right away in the morning, I throw on my headphones and I put on a song. I'd say half the time I wake up with a song already playing in my head.
Wow.
Like, it's just like suddenly I'll be like singing a Beatles song. And so I put that on, I put the song on, or I pick a song that helps, like, for the feeling that I'm chasing that day.
Oh,
and
I
so
thought you always put on Wild Horses.
I do put that on quite a bit. So there's a song called Wild Horses, but the problem with that is I need to listen to it at 125, and it takes a long time to load up YouTube versus iTunes, and I haven't figured out a way to download the song, speed it up, and upload it back to iTunes again. So, and it's too slow. So a lot of times it's actually Kanye's Monster. But really, I just like the Nicki Minaj part of it. I think, halfway through that song. Anyway, get up early, put on headphones with music, and then get out the door within like 15 minutes to get to the gym. And if I can do those three things, then I know that whether I want to be at the gym or not, I'm there. I might as well crush it. Then I grab coffee, and then I drive to work, and then I have more music and then on my way to work, I try to pick the one thing, the intention for the day, the one thing that I'm really excited about that I want to do. And
what was it for today?
I worked on, so we've been working on setting up financing in the business, and it's been kind of sitting in the background for 6 months. And today I blasted through, and I called people. I put together, I called all the people that I needed to call to give me all the statements I needed them to give me to put together net worth assessments and all of this stuff.
Nice.
But yeah. And then I booked 3 meetings with 3 different lenders, all in the matter of like an hour and a half.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
I like it. That's some fantasy speed right there.
Oh, I also spent 20 minutes this morning trying to pick up different synonyms or adjectives for profiling high achievement for nasty tailored acceleration. But
oh yeah, Louis talked it. It's hilarious.
I couldn't find any words that were different. They all
Louis is so, and he's telling me on our call today, he's like, we can't get rid of the nasty. Nasty is the only thing that gives it life, that gives it flavor. We are nasty. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I spent 20 minutes trying to find a different N word that still had that connotation, the feeling, but nothing matches. So nasty it is.
Yeah. Nasty.
Guess what, guys? Evan thinks that you need to run nasty businesses, which means sometimes they're going to be fast. Sometimes they're going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect, but that's the way it goes, right?
Yep.
Evan, what's the best thing you do to focus and get motivation to start your day and get things done?
So, listen, I think, first of all, it doesn't matter as much what we do. What matters more is you figuring out, you've had moments in your life where you felt bold and powerful and confident and alive and focused. The biggest problem is you're not consistent about it. So putting on Mark's song is not likely magically going to solve your problem, right? You might hate Wild Horses or the Beatles or whatever, right?
Kanye West's Monster.
Right. Yeah. But this is what we do. It's like, oh, well, Dwayne Johnson does this, so I'm going to do that too, and it's of course going to work for me. Like, it's not typically how it works.
Yeah.
But you have felt bold and motivated and powerful and confident and alive and focused and energized at some point. So what happened? What were you doing? Were you listening to the Sultan of Poo podcast? Like, was that the thing that got you all jazzed up and ready to take life by the horns and crush it? Maybe.
You're listening to 8 minutes of Evan yelling at Mark?
Like, if that's the thing that did it for you, then do it again, right? So whatever the thing is that makes you come alive and love it, you need to do more of it, right? We're under attack. and put that into your morning routine every single day, right? So you don't wake up by accident. You don't hope to get motivated and inspired. You're demanding it on a daily basis, right? So that's step one. Now, to answer the question of what do I do, the biggest thing for me is just sharing. I like sharing. I like knowing that I'm serving, that I'm helping. It's so easy to get, I don't want to say complacent, but just, I wake up, I live and work, from home. It's easy just to stay where I am. I do a lot of great work. It's hard to sometimes think, man, today has to matter. Today I need to push it. So serving helps. Like every time I hop on a call or doing a podcast or something, anytime we're helping, makes me feel like, what I do matters and I need to do more of it. Like, why am I not doing more of this stuff? I love this stuff. I'm great at this stuff. I need to do more of this stuff, right? That's literally like how, and did you notice the tone? I started off calm and then within 8 seconds or 4 or whatever it was, all of a sudden I'm like spazzy, right? That's how it goes in my head. That's what it happens. So, I try to find ways to serve, to help every morning. So often it's an IG post, like I'm sharing a story, I'm sharing a message. But whatever the thing is for you, I died, very sad. Oh, I got one back. Yeah, so that's it for me. But for you, it might be the worst thing ever. Like you going on Instagram and sharing something might be the worst thing of all time, right? So you've already felt bold, powerful, confident, alive at some point in your life. Awesome. It's just not consistent. Make it consistent. That's all you need.
I'd say for me, it was step 1, fix the morning and the day. And then step 2, fix the week. Like how many times, Evan, have we talked about how Mondays were like the worst day for me because switching into work mode from home mode and all of these things. And then, I don't know what it was, maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I started clearing my Monday mornings to do some things that I really got excited about. And then I stacked all Monday afternoon, nothing but team meetings, talking about, so me connecting with my different departments and my teams, talking not about projects, but about the things we're working on that we want to do for ourselves. And suddenly now Mondays are like, and I love those conversations. Like suddenly Mondays I come home like, it's like the greatest night of the week because I spent all afternoon talking to my team about the things I want to work on this week. And so now it like totally changed everything. So you can also look at how your week is going. And, if you find Saturdays suck for a certain reason, figure out why and figure out a way to make it more intentional.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got another question from Joseph Stevens. How the hell do I automate my business? I don't overwork myself, appointments, answering the same questions 100 times, etc. I am going to go ahead and recuse myself from this question because
what? Come on, dude. Jesus Christ, Mark. You picked it.
Dude,
you had to recuse in the selection.
No, because I want to hear. I want to learn from you. I think 3 weeks ago, Evan, I said, "Hey, can we do a podcast on like your processes for communication and automation and all these things?" And you said, "Yeah, have Louie on and I'll have Nina on. We'll figure it out." My answer to everything is throw more man hours at it. Like I have a certain way of writing an email to someone when I'm sending them an invoice that I've written the same way. Every invoice that has gone out, we've sent like, I don't know, 3,400 invoices out in the last like number of years, and I write it each time. I don't even have it templated. I don't even have it shortcutted. I write a custom email every single time that I send them.
Okay,
I'm not an automated guy.
Holy Christ! Of course you do some automation. Give us something, Mark. Instead of spending 5 minutes complaining about how you can't give an answer.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm saying that I don't think that way because my answer is to always to make everything custom and to make every moment as customized as possible. And so I don't know. I think our business could really use a lot of automation, probably.
Not happy. All right.
You're not happy with that answer?
No.
How the hell do you automate your business?
Because you're not trying. You didn't try to answer the question.
Okay, so how would I automate my business? I would look at tasks that are replicatable, So it's the same type of task that's happening time and time and time again. I would look at ways to outline the steps within that, so that way you can understand a decision tree for what are the possible outcomes. I would write them all down. I would find a software or have a software built that would allow that to happen. Does that help? No?
Whatever.
Is that not the answer?
I want to know what you're actually doing. You're doing stuff. You're just not.
I don't automate anything.
That's not true. Of course you automate stuff.
What do I automate?
Lots of stuff.
Like what?
What using software? What kind of software are you using? Do you use Facebook Ad Manager? Are you doing anything? Yeah, of course you are.
No, I'm not even scheduling my releases on IG right now. I'm still manually uploading everything from my phone.
Sure, but that's, oh my God. I'm not, oh my God, oh my God in the game. All my teammates are dying. Jesus, guys, come on. Play the game. Use your fingers.
Click, click, click. Let's go.
Click, 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 clack. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? This is amateur hour.
Okay.
Okay, listen. Okay, we're going to talk automation. So, first off, dude, just, again, the vibe I'm getting from this guy is, yes, you can automate, but, dude, you still got to do the work. Like, no tool is going to save you from doing the hard work of running a business. And it sounds like you're tired, and it sounds like you're frustrated, and it sounds like you're doing a lot and you're not getting results. Here's the problem. The problem is not automation for you. The problem is you're doing too much of the wrong stuff. That's it. You don't need more automation. You need to stop doing garbage work, right? You need to get more results from the stuff you're doing. That's the answer to his question. He's not even asking an automation question.
So the idea of like answering the same question 100 times, if he was doing something he loved, he wouldn't mind answering the same question 100 times. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what he said? Read the
That's
question.
one of the examples. One of the examples was, how the hell do I automate my business? I don't overwork myself. Brackets, appointments, answering the same question 100 times, etc.
Yeah. Your first step is to identify what is the thing that's leading to results for you and focus your energies on that before you're worrying about automation. Okay? Next. What?
Oh, I thought next question. Okay.
No, not next question.
Step.
No.
Next step. Okay.
You run through a 3-step process, okay? Step 1, which relates, is eliminate. Okay? You're doing too much crap stuff that's not leading to results in your life and in your business that you shouldn't automate. Nope. You should get rid of it. Eliminate is step number 1. Has to be. Okay?
Number 2.
Step number 2
Delegate.
is then you're automating to technology.
Uh-huh.
So you're looking for tools, you're looking for systems, you're looking for software, you're looking for, like, anything that you're doing. If you're actually doing something 100 times, if you're writing an email 100 times, great, then look for software of how to eliminate. Oh, can we get that? Nice. Email campaigns, email software, Aweber, whatever. Like, the ClickFunnels it's not hard to find it. And that should be part of your process always. Anything that you're doing more than 3 times, you need to stop doing, most likely, unless you're an artist at that thing, and that's actually what you're Michelangelo at. So I answer the same question millions of times in all of these IG lives. It's like the same 18 questions on repeat. I don't mind it. I like it because it's always a different person, and it's still valuable, and it's a good use of my time. I enjoy it. Hey, we won! Woo! Hey! We still didn't figure out who Austin is. It's a good use of my time. But it may not be the good, like, from you complaining, it's not a good use of your time. So you got to stop doing that. And then the last step is delegation. If you can't eliminate it and you can't automate it, then you give it to somebody. This is where Drager would default, to give it to somebody to do, delegation, which is still better than doing everything yourself. Eliminate, automate, delegate. I got a promotion. We get one more game win and we're in bronze 1. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play another game. We're gonna pause. We're gonna stop this IG live and start a new one. So if you want to come back and ask us questions, come on back. We're starting in 3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Continue to believe.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Ciao.